We brought in another batch. Of chicks, as you can see. As I showed in my previous video, we're preparing for those ones. And each batch that comes in, we would have learned something that we didn't know in the previous one. So it's a learning on job experience. We're being repetitive, consistent, doing the same things and trying to make them better each time. We used to use kerosene lanterns. Right now we're using a pressure lantern. It gives up more light. And 3 pots, as everything you saw guys the other day. And our time check is 10:53. You see, it was late at night. And for all of you who want to join poultry farming, so you leave your job, so you enjoy being a CEO, trust me guys, things can be, you can be the CEO still, but things are not any easier. Because imagine 10:53, we had just reached the farm, put the birds in the brooder. We'll give them some time to fill the brooder. Don't give them food immediately or water. First let them fill the place. They see if the heat is fine. Yeah, that's when they had just reached. We have to count them one by one to make sure that are very fine as they've reached, how many have reached the farm, because still we got a few damages on the way. Yeah, we received those boxes with a few damages. And this time around we decided to add in 50 because we normally do 1,000 chicks each time, but this time around added in 50 for such scenarios, because by the time we get to lay eggs, we find ourselves having far less birds, not giving us what we really wanted at the beginning. So that is after they've settled in. We give them some water first before giving them food. We give them water, make sure they're all drinking, and then we prepare to give them the food. We get our food clothes. Those are my guys who work at the farm. And as they're taking in the water, just after around 10-20 minutes, that's when we decide to bring in the food. As you can see, the heat is fine. They're all spread out with our 3 pots. The lighting is fine. But it was just a bit dark. It was late. I think you guys saw the time. And I had to work the next day, but I had to make sure everything is fine before I leave the farm. And when you're giving them food, the chicks, you don't have to first put it in feeders. That's why you put the peppers down there so that they can pick the floor and get to learn the food slowly. And then we apply the feeders slowly as well, but we first sprinkle it out, as you can see what the guy is doing. And then they'll be like inquisitive. They'll be curious, what's this? And they start pecking. That's how they start eating as well. The water is a bit easier, but see the time check, 11:43. Remember, I got there at 10:50, counting, putting them there. Then we gave them water. Now 11:43, that's when they're giving them the food. Make sure they first have enough water before you give them food. That water has glucose in it, so they get some energy. That water has vitamin, a little vitamin. We buy glucovit at once, glucose and vitamin, so that they are able to gain energy and settle in. Now we spread the food on the pepper, because we use peppers for flowering. We don't put them on husks when they've just reached the farm, guys. Don't put them on husks when they've just reached the farm. Start with the peppers or whatever you can use for flowering, but not husks, guys. And those peppers help. We put the husks below the peppers so they can drain water in case there's a spillage of water. It remains dry through and through. And then we just go on spreading the food for them. And it's late, but guys, we have to make this happen. We have to make this work. The key is consistency and trying to scale up all the time. We're not resting, guys, until we hit the target. The target has 5,000 birds for starters, and then we see how to scale up after that. But right now we're still growing. I told you guys we're a small farm. We're not a big company. We're just trying to grow. So for those who are interested in humble beginnings, this is the page you have to follow. Click the notification there, subscribe, follow, share. You can share to a friend, you can like these videos, and you can click the notification bell as well, so that every time I post an update for these chicks, you can follow up and see how far these guys have come, how are they managing. Yeah, this is how we grow, guys. This is how we grow. I also learned through this with a lot of information going on social media platforms. You don't even need to learn these things from school, because come on, school doesn't teach a lot. But here you get to see how things are done. You get the chance to see how they actually do them, the processes, how they go through everything up to the point of leg eyes. So these are chicks. I think you see they are healthy, they are big chicks. The company I get them from gets them from Kenya, and they bring them to Uganda. So sometimes they reach late at night, and you have to get them at the farm at night and prepare for everything and have them sorted. I think you can see them eating, enjoying their new home, and then we leave the rest to God, because we can do our best, but God is the one who makes it happen. So guys, make sure you follow us for updates for these chicks. And that's when we finished feeding them. It was a very, very long, terrible night. You can't leave unless you're sure everything is moving on as planned. And we stayed at the farm to see, are they all fine now? Are they trying to eat? We go ahead and check the crops. I think you see the time, 11:46 at the farm still. I have to work the next day, but still at the farm up to that time, guys. And then we put in some feeders as well, because we know we have to get them used to going after learning the feeds. They have to know where the feeds are found, because they won't be able to eat from the ground up to maturity. So we apply the feeders, so they get to learn that, okay, we have feeders, the drinkers are there already, they learned the drinkers, they can drink, and then they know if we want to eat, we go in the feeders. The trick as to why those feeders and drinkers are normally red is because that color can attract their eyes, and then they go like, they get that attraction from the bright color, and then they can try to eat from them. So people who make their own feeding crafts, people who make up their own feeding ways of feeding, make sure you use bright colors. If you don't buy feeders from the I don't know, wherever you buy them from, make sure whatever you're using as your feeders and drinkers, it's something with bright colors, so that the chicken can easily notice and know, okay, when I see that bright color, there's something to eat or drink as they are growing, and then they will figure it out. That's why the colors are like that. But then guys, it was very hectic, a very, very long evening. Imagine I had to work that very day. In the evening, I went and picked the chicks, and then I had to take them to the farm to make sure everything is all right before I leave the farm, because I had to work still the next day. Still at the farm, guys, still at the farm. And the guy goes through, because I have two guys at the farm, you can see them, they're both inside there trying to make things work. Trying to make things work at the farm. So my guy goes through to see, guys, every chick are trying to eat, are they not congesting, do they have something in the crop, because you press the crop and feel it, they're all trying to eat. Those that have them, to get them closer to the food, closer to the drink. So that's my guy trying to make things, to see if things are fine. Those that haven't drank, those that haven't eaten, they get them closer to the feeders, to the drinkers, to see if they're all fine. None of them is being funny or weird. Then we try to push them around, because they've just reached and they had time to settle. So before they go into rest, we make sure they've all run around, they've all tested the food, the water. That's how you go about the brood, especially the first day. The first day is the worst day. Of course, we got a few losses here and there. We lost around 12, because I think 7 we had dead by the time we got them out of the boxes into the long journey they make. And then by morning we had around 5 more that had died. And that was it. I had to drive off, guys. I had to go back home. It's midnight. I had to drive back home late in the night, because I had to work the next day. For those, no one knows me personally, but I don't travel at night. I don't move. I'm more of a stay-home person. So for me, being out at that time is a very, very big thing for me. But I didn't have anything to do. I just had to persevere. And yeah, that's me leaving the farm. It's late at night, and that's not my thing at all. I'm always probably asleep at that time on a daily. I'm always at home by the time I get from work to home. Sometimes I hit the gym, home. So it was a big thing for me. It was a hard thing for me, but these are things you have to do. You have to adjust for something you love, because I love farming and I had to adjust. And then I left when everything is fine. So people who are coming into this sector thinking things are I'll just go there and chill, no. And when you reach first thing in the morning, is calling the guys at the farm, because I'm not at the farm all the time. But thank God I have the best guys at the farm. So that's when I reached home, guys. I reached home at, yeah, that time, you can see the time. That's when I reached home, guys. 12 minutes to, I don't know. It was very late, and then, yeah, that's me at home, guys. So I hope things turn out well for this batch. I put it in God's hands, and I pray He'll make it happen, because He has never let us down. We do what we have to do, put in the effort, be consistent, bring in more batches, and yeah, leave the rest to Him.